Hi guys, welcome to another Fordewin MMA interview. This afternoon, I'm joined by a guy who needs no introduction other than the pride of Georgia. I'm joined today by Guram Kutateladze. How you doing, Guram? Welcome to the show.
Hello, Kote. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, first question, since you used my name, you were telling me that in Georgia it was a common name, and I was like, yo, really? How's that?
Yeah. In Georgia, we have a lot of guys named Kote. This is like Georgian name, and I was like very surprised. Like, Kote? What?
Like,
And when I think I read it like maybe five, six times, and like yeah, it's still Kote, like. But how the guy from Chile is named Kote? Do they have this name? But after when you explained to me, that you did like you did, so I was like, okay, that's cool.
that's awesome, man. If I go to Georgia, I'll blend right in then.
Yeah, 100%. You look like Georgians.
I do. Like
Yeah,
the beard big.
yeah.
It
The
must be
beard
the
and
beard,
hair,
man.
like
Yeah, I'll
everything.
be there.
Eyes, nose, like face structure and everything.
All I need to do is get good at grappling then.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah.
Hey, I see you have a little shiner going on over there in your eye. That was a product of training. What was that?
Yeah. If I would take this away, I could really take this away, but then it would not be seen. But they told me that I have to keep it on, so it like heals a little bit faster. I get it during wrestling, last week. So, but I was still training, and like suffering a little bit, but now this weekend I'm gonna give it a time, so it's gonna heal up.
Yeah, you better be safe than sorry, man. Those are the
Yeah,
injuries that uh, crash fights. Those are the messes. So,
yeah.
man, I want to know a little bit about yourself because you came into the UFC with a big hype behind you, and I, as a fan, because remember, I'm just a fan who gets organized with other fans and try to do cool things like this. So I want to know more about you. What about how did you come to Sweden, and what's your relation with Georgia? Because I know you were there, but you've been traveling all your life in a martial arts journey. Could you talk to me about this for a moment?
Uh, I was born in Georgia. When I was 3 years old. No, sorry, when I was 3 months old. So we moved to Russia due to war, like a civil war in Georgia. And like when my mother was giving birth to me, they were like shooting, like they shoot down the hospital windows, and windows in her room, too. So that's when I was born.
Yeah,
But
born under
I
the
was
fire.
yeah, when I was 3 months old, we moved to Russia, and I grew up in Russia. I lived there like 15 years, I think. 15, 16 years, something like that. Then I
Did you
moved
like
back
it?
to, yeah, yeah. I don't know, like it, don't really think about it. I don't know. But my parents did amazing job, growing up with me, growing up me, like
Like bringing you
thanks,
up, right? Like taking care of
thanks,
you.
yeah, thanks to them, I am what I am, and me and my sister, we are what we are, because of them, and we're trying to be like first of all good human beings, and after comes and everything else,
Totally.
and after 15 years we moved back to Georgia, uh, and after, like, I get in touch with Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
through my through my Russian trainer, because I started training martial arts in Russia
I was gonna
when I was
ask you
five.
that. I was gonna ask you that. When did you first become involved with martial arts?
When I was 5 years old, I start training, jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, and we're competing like in different martial arts, and like every second week almost. So yeah, we're out. and competing like all over the like Soviet Union, old Soviet Union countries, you know, like a little bit in Europe and so on, all over the Russia and different like sports, you know, like martial arts. Um, and then I moved back to Georgia because I was like wondering, you know, how is it in Georgia? You know, I forget everything. I forget my like home language. I
And
didn't know anything about Georgia.
when you came back to Georgia, was it still under stressful times? I mean, or was it like more
No,
peaceful
no,
then?
at that time, you know, situation calmed down, and that's why, you know, that's why in reality we came back. First we went like for a week, just or for 2 weeks, just to check, you know, how is it there, and like I really loved it, you know. Um, and then and then uh, yeah, and after we just moved with the whole family. Um, and after like 4 or 5 years, I get opportunity to like move to Sweden or get a job as a instructor, as a trainer in Sweden. And But my main goal is still, of course, is my career. You know, to build up my career and work on my career, fighting career, and because of too much work, you know, and like too much stress all around, you know, all around my training. It was like everything, but not my training almost. So at the time in the beginning, my career was like uh, yeah, not on the top, you know. So
Yeah, like you were
just want to
struggling at
get,
first.
yeah, I was struggling, you know, with my training. I didn't have like a team. I didn't like a club, like a fighting club. I didn't have coaches, sparring partners, and everything like that.
It was like only you in your basement trying to figure it out, right? Something like that.
I was doing like a hills, you know, intervals, running into the like hills, kicking the trees, you know, punching the trees and stuff like this. That was my preparation, you
Like mostly what the kind of things you see in movies, right?
know, a little bit like that. Yeah, really.
So
That doesn't really exist, you know. Like it's not really like it's not like you're really trained.
unless you're in Thailand, those guys they deaden the nerves on their shins with the palm trees and all that. I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, but that's
scary.
different. That's different. That's not only thing they're doing. You know, they're spending like 30, 40 hours kicking the pads and bags and sparring and everything, you know. So it's like, and then maybe for the video they kick palms sometimes. So
Yeah, that's the part we get to see. We don't see all of the fighting and
yeah,
all the savagery they go through.
that's true.
So once you get to Sweden, you hook up with a gym and you start training right away with the big dogs in All Star with like Alexander Gustafson and all the guys like Mad Dog and everybody there, or did you had to like make your way around in order to get to that position?
I had to make my way around. You know, I didn't really find them. You know, in reality, it was Maidi Shamas, our manager, that find me. You know, he gave me a call. And he told me, "Hey, Guram, you know, like you want to be like part of the team. Like, what you say about like if you come up and like get to know guys, you know?" And because before that, I was instructing and working at House of Samurai in Lund, and that's my club nowadays. You know, I'm a part owner of it, and yeah. I came here, you know, to Sweden through like my Russian coach, Russian trainer, Tair Narimanov, because the man who has this school in Sweden, Jan Erik Carlson, is a traditional martial artist, you know, traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
instructor, trainer, or like master, or, yeah. And I came to Sweden through him, through this man, you know, and I'm forever thankful for that, you know, for giving me the opportunity. Um, and then you know I was training with the friends, you know, like I found some people in my life who still nowadays are with me, and together with them, I was fighting before I find the All Stars. But still, that people is in my life, like my head coach Mika Sederhoff, and my grappling coach from Malmo, Tomas Raisa, black belt jiu-jitsu, and that's the guys, the friends, brothers, and coaches and training partners and everything. And after I found, sorry,
No,
I,
no, of course. Go ahead.
and then after like 2 years, I think it took me like 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years to like till I get to know like All Stars and whole crew, whole team management, and my ID and all the coaches. It takes some time, till you come into the team, till you become like one. And now we're here, But yeah, it was at that time. It was like Ilir, Reza, Niklas Bäckström, Alex was there. It was many guys, It was many guys from like
Yeah, that gym has had for years a bunch of guys that look pretty strong in the upper weight classes,
yeah,
like
yeah,
big
yeah.
guys
But
too.
now we are coming. It's like a second flow now, Like we are coming like second flow, that I believe is like much stronger now, and we can, because like first flow, it opened the doors, and it was everything was new for them and stuff like this. But I believe we're the guys who gonna take the belts home.
Yeah, sounds to me like you're gonna take the fruits of the labor for I don't know how many years before you guys, all the experiences from past championships, from guys like Alex, like Matsi, like you said, from guys like Ilir. Which, by the way, what a great team, man! You talk about Maggi, and I need to give a shout out to your management because that man is a sweetheart. Every time I try to reach him, he's always been a gentleman to me, and when you're little like me in this neck of the woods, that doesn't happen as much. So I really want to shout out to Maji.
He has a big heart. He is a guy with the biggest heart.
So let's talk about fighting. Let's talk about your UFC debut because you came to the UFC with such hype behind your name, and there was this fight against Mateusz Gamrot, which I know you have mixed feelings about it, and I kind of want to let you speak freely about it. But beforehand, I was thinking about the fight, and even though you feel like you didn't deserve the win at the moment, at least that's what you said to DC during the fight post fight interview. I took the time and I checked a lot of scoring across the board, and I saw that the first round was the issue mostly. Like second round, third round were pretty clear, and I wanted to pick your brain on how do you feel this fight slip through your fingers, so to speak, like for you, because in the eyes of the judges, you won that fight, but you were pretty humble about it, and you told Matheus that you felt he won the fight. So how do you feel now in comparison to what you felt back then? How's the time being affecting this process of uh, assuming this was a win, but that you didn't felt as good about it? You know?
I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. For like I said it many times, but the main thing for me is to be the human I am, and show, I don't have mask on me. That's the most important for me, that I should never have a mask on me, on my face. That I'm in front of the camera, I'm one guy, and behind the camera I'm another guy, or like in front of the people I'm one guy, and in front of other people I'm another guy. That's very important for me, that I'm the same person, the person I am, and the human I am, and try to be the best human, and the humble man, like the way man, I think, supposed to be. I know it's a shark tank, you know it's a shark tank, UFC. It's so many killers there, but I'm not saying that I'm not a killer, or I'm not the biggest shark, and the most dangerous shark. That's the not thing I'm saying. The thing I'm saying, that
Is that
The
you have
message
some,
was,
you have
the message
integrity, yeah.
was, the message was that I can do much better than that. The message is that this is not Guram. This is not Guram people gonna see. Guram is much better. It's much better fighter. It's much better martial artist. It's much better warrior. And I can do more than that. I was not. I just was not. I just wasn't pleased with my performance. That's it. Because I know I can do better than this. And people around me who is close to me, they know that I can do better than this. Of course, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for everything that happened. Because you have to be thankful for everything that happens.
It's
Because
still a W.
yeah, and this, like in my opinion, of course, I'm thankful to God that He gave me the win, and that everything like fall this way. But but it was a good push, for me to like, okay, I can do better than that, and I have to work harder. I have to improve. I have many things to work on. If I would knock the guy out like in first round or second minute or something, maybe I would stay the same and I would not improve.
Yeah.
So so it's a good lesson for me.
This lesson comes at the proper timing. You actually won the fight according to the judges. I just want to know a few things. Are you this kind of guy that, because when something like this happens, let's say it was a controversial decision, um, there are a few guys that go like, let's run it again right now. Let's set up a date and go at it again and dispel all kinds of doubt. So some other people are in the neighborhood of, yeah, we'll see it down the road. Do you feel that someday, sooner or later, I don't know, that's for you to say, will you be meeting Matthews again on the cage? Is that something you'd like to do?
I think we're gonna collide somewhere in the future again, because he's a great fighter. I think he and me gonna get in top 15 and top 10 and top 5 maybe, and gonna fight again. Somewhere there. I believe in it, and it's okay for me. I'm ready for it. I'm training for it. I'm living for it. So and it's okay for me. But the goal is not Mateusz. The goal is much higher. It's a belt. For me, main thing is to get as close as possible to the belt, and as fast as possible to get to top 20. We're a little bit closer now. Top 15. Top 10, top 5, top 3, and be contender and get the belt, be the champion, defend the belt, and move on. Set
Yeah.
a new goal, so on. So, but I'm not stacking on somebody, because this is a sport. I don't have anything personal against Mateusz, nothing like that. So, and that's it.
It's just business. Well, you were trying to do some business about this fight that's going to happen tomorrow between Rafael dos Anjos and what it was supposed to be Islam Makhachev. You went down. I'm sorry. You went up to get that spot twice. Once when Rafael dos Anjos got positive for COVID-19. You tried to get that fight, but it didn't happen. And then after Makhachev kind of fell out because of an injury, you threw your name on the hat as well. Eventually, it came down, as we all know, to Paul Felder. I wanted to check up on you with a few things. How would you think you would have done against Rafael dos Anjos? Do you have a preference between Rafael or Makhachev, or it was going to be either one of them for you?
Both are very very high level fighters, but that's why I'm doing it. I just have to. These are my opponents. You know, everyone in my division are my opponents. Like of course we can be friends like outside or whatever. But in reality, all of them in the cage are my opponents. They want to smash me. I want to smash them. And I'm training for it, and I'm living for it, and I'm new blood in this division. and my blood is like boiling, you know. Some people's blood getting like, you know, coming down, you know, and some people going like down, some people going like getting older, some people too long in this business, you know, and some people are upcomings, you know. It doesn't matter, but I'm there to to take all these guys, you know, and to get my belt. That's what I'm after, you know.
Like we say in Spanish, que vengan todos los que quieran, pero pónganse en fila. Everyone who wants to get it, you can come get it. The lines forms to the left.
Yeah, you know, it's like I have my path, you know, and I follow this path, and everything that's gonna fall like and be in front of on my way, you know, I have to go through it, you know, even if it's gonna hurt somebody, it doesn't matter. It's a hurt business, you know,
Yeah,
as we used to say.
absolutely.
So that's what we're doing, you know. We can be brothers outside, you know. I get so many messages, oh, don't fight him, don't fight him, like and so on, you know. But hey, man, you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm fighting, you know. That's the same. Like you eat breakfast, I eat people at the morning, you know. I go and punch people in the face.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
I'm doing,
There's
you know. And
there's no
like
there's no such thing as pleasantries in the fight game. Even though you can be as respectful as you think you can be, it's still dog eats dog kind of business. So you always have to keep ready and being focused on the goal. And that's what I like about you as a fighter. That's what I love about a good fighter in general, right? Um,
yeah,
well, the rise of you has come with a lot of other people. There's like this group of fighters that come from Europe now that's getting absolutely amazing and stronger every day. Could you comment on what kind of things make the fighters of Europe feel so super aggressive and supernatural? Like, I mean, like amazing. I wanted to say supernatural, but I'm not sure that's the word. That's the thing when I'm not speaking English as my primary language, right? But what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of people from Georgia, from Dagestan, from all across Europe that are tremendous fighters that we're just getting to see now. What do you think that makes the European fighter stand out these days? What do you feel about that?
you know, you mentioned like Georgian and Dagestani and Chechenian fighters. Brother, we are the people, you know, from the high mountains, you know. And before we didn't had opportunity to show ourselves because we didn't had any road into the UFC, you know, and yeah, opportunities, you know.
Yeah.
But now roads are a little more open, you know, and we have opportunities, and yeah, and we're just showing what we have been doing for many hundreds and hundreds of centuries, you know. We're going to war, you know. We're just fighting. We're just That's what we're doing, you know. This is a gladiators in nowadays
Yeah,
days, you know.
it's
Like
really entrenched in you guys'
that's what.
culture. Like it's a part of your culture like no other place, right?
But there is only like maybe during whole history of Caucasia, you know, there is only maybe like few hundred years, maybe like 100 years without war, you know.
Right.
It's always somewhere war, and you know, this is different mentality and this is different culture, you know. Like when you have been like this is not fun to talk, this is not nice to talk, this is nothing to be like, there's nothing to be proud of, like oh, we have war in country, you know.
Yeah,
This is
I
nothing
totally
good, this is
understand.
not a good news. But that's what it is, that's reality.
Yeah,
It's a
it is what
fact,
shapes your
you know.
country in a way. It
That
is what shapes the people and their character.
and
That
people, you know, and
yeah.
people shapes country, people, character, culture, mentality, you know. And like and yeah, kids are different, you know. Women are different, men are different, you know. They think different way, they do things different way, you know, and yeah, I don't know, but this is something very natural, you know, for us, I think, like to for me, like to go to war, you know. Okay, I don't take a weapon and shoot and do stuff like that, but I do it other way, you know. I do it in the cage, and I do it with respect too, you know. I do it like yeah, a little bit by the rules, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Well,
still,
Guram, I
war is a
just
war.
to round up this interview, I just wanted to know during the post fight of that, like that interview with DC, you didn't get the chance because of what perspired on the fight. You, it wasn't the right mood to call out a few guys after the fight, but now that the time has passed and you're trying to get in there again and you're trying to stay active, do you have a particular name in mind? If you want to take your shot, please do, because I want to know who you're going to fight next. I want to know who you feel you can take on next.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that, brother. I understand. I don't have any specific name. All the top 20 guys, I want them all, you know. I want to fight them one by one, and beat them and win over them and get that win, and get closer to my belt, you know. As I said before, the particular man is not my goal. My mission is is the belt, and to be a champion and to become a champion.
Well, to say goodbye, I just wanted to give you a moment to talk to all your fans, your English speaking fans, your Swedish speaking fans, and right now your Spanish speaking fans, because we hail from Chile. We have a special place for South America in our heart. And when I spoke about my country, you lit up, and I was elated by it. I really like the fact that you like Chile and you want to come here. So I wanted to give you a time
Thank
to
you.
address all the fans and let everybody know what Guram's
Thank you.
coming to do next.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support, and thank you for that you're interested, you know, in taking like an interview with me. You know, it's an honor for me, and I hope I can come and visit your country. You know, maybe not once, not twice, but many times. Hopefully, you know, and I hope this situation with this virus gonna come down, and we're all gonna be able to travel and enjoy and meet people again, new people. And just want to say thanks to all the supporters all around the world and in Chile, you know, and Spanish talking brothers and sisters. Really appreciate all the support, and I'm very thankful for it. Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you, Guram, too, for your time. I know you had a busy day. Um, the lunch was fine, though. We talked during your lunch, and your lunch was like 10 out of 10, one of the best burgers I've ever seen. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I just wanted to let everybody know that fighters can eat
Okay.
hamburgers as well, and they can do cool things as well. So thank you so much for your time, Guram, and this was a
Thank
great
you.
time
Thank you
for me
so
too.
much.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.